what's good, people? It's on this good Sunday, man. You already know what time it is. It's your boy PM, Phalon Mcknight. My boy Jay, my co-host Jay. We here right now at on the PM Lifestyle Podcast, man. Great Sunday. So I would thank everybody that's gonna be tuning in, that's tuned in, and all that good stuff like that, man. And we're gonna go ahead and get this conversation going real soon. We have some beautiful ladies that's gonna be on here today discussing a topic. And the name of the show, man, is That's What She Said. So you're basically getting answers from women themselves, man,
Right out the mouth.
right out the mouth. And
No assume.
they don't know each other. They're from different walks of life, different places and things like that. So, you're gonna get a honest opinion, you know what I mean? You're gonna get their answers and their
A lot of
yeah,
experiences that we know to be true in this world. As being barbers, we hear and know a lot about uh, the nonsense that comes out of men's mouths in the comfortable spaces in a barbershop. So I could imagine when they're around some women that don't know nothing about them, and you trying to get to know these frauds and stuff. You might get all sorts of stories, but to hear the experiences themselves, that's kind of the goal today.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely I had a lot of experience. I had one this weekend, man. I had a young dude saying that he just turned 18, that he was a grown man.
Okay, yeah, on paper, maybe
I,
to tax work wise and things, certain things you might be
well, he
considered.
didn't get. I told him to go outside and get his ID. I was like, go get your ID real quick.
Yeah, go grab
And I said, why is yours
the straight up and
straight
down,
up and
the
down?
vertical.
Yeah, and he didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Then I had him Google it, so he read it.
Levels.
So what men say in and outside of the barbershop could be kind of crazy, and their confidence can be at an all time high.
She
You know
got
what I'm
the
saying?
sideways John, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, baby.
well, I have some women that's gonna come in, some beautiful ladies out here in the world right now that can actually give you their honest opinion, man, and,
Yeah.
and things like that. So, topic is, that's what she said. So, I'm gonna be asking a few questions right now. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Phalon Mcknight, Instagram, Phalon Mcknight, TikTok, the PM Lifestyle, everything, even on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, like, share, whatever it is,
Interact.
interact. Yeah, ask some questions. We're definitely here for it. So, um, got my boy Jay in the building. He's back. You know what I'm saying? And
Appreciate the
has
appreciate you.
very good opinion on things and stuff like that. Knowledgeable a lot of different subjects and stuff like that. So I thought this would have
Appreciate
been a real good time to have some conversations.
try to keep an even playing field. That's all I try to do. Try to keep an even playing
As
field.
you should, as you should.
That's it.
So, with that being said, man, I want to introduce my guest to the show. We're gonna have the three young ladies, and we're gonna introduce Cree, the Essence, and Shima Lad. Welcome, ladies. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the
Doing
show.
good.
Hello.
So, I want to thank everybody for joining. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you.
gang
And
gang.
if we can, starting from top right, everybody introduce themselves and where you from.
Well, my name is Lucretia. I have my podcast. It's Cree 21 Boom. And I can be caught on Facebook, YouTube, and now Twitch. I'm moving on up like George and Wheezy. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, but by way of Killeen, Texas. Um, Thank you so much for having me on your platform. I appreciate it. And I'm ready to
Busy.
get the conversation started. And hi, ladies. How y'all doing? Nice to meet y'all.
Hello, hello,
Pleasure
hello.
again. Let's do it.
And from the bottom left, could you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is D Essence Love, and yeah, originally from Arkansas, but grew up here in North Dallas. So excited to be here. This is gonna be fun.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Welcome.
bottom right, Miss Ladd, how you doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm Shima Ladd. Thank you for allowing me on your platform. I always tell the fellas, anytime you guys allow us women to come into your space, I always feel so so appreciated. But yes, I'm a life coach, a author. I have some of my products behind me, but yeah, I'm excited to get in on this topic of these conversations. Your topics interested me.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you for coming. Thanks for coming and joining in, man.
Good job on the topics, Phalon. Shout out to Phalon, because nobody helps you. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, bro. So we can go ahead and jump into it, man. The name of the show is called That's What She Said. Of course, we're getting answers from young ladies and things like that. And I watch a lot of things on TV. I'm in the shop all the time, so I get a lot of stuff that might go across the screen. I'll just take time to like jot it down and make sure I'm able to get, a better understanding from a female's point of view from other females that's just not publicized on like a platform or television news and things like that. So one of the first ones that was kind of crazy to me, and I've heard it over and over again, was about both actresses, Vivica Fox and LisaRaye, saying they're only into dating wealthy men. And I just wanted to know, the ladies' input on that, and what would you ladies think about that? Because to me, it's kind of wild that they would say that, and I'm thinking like, if they were actresses, would they not be having the same? If they were not actresses, would they have the same point of view?
Who want to go first?
Well,
Anybody,
first
bro?
of all, I love Vivica Fox and I love LisaRaye. Okay,
I do
Mhm.
too.
I love them both, baby. Okay, because Players Club was where it was at, and so was Set It Off.
Listen,
But I, we getting up in age, and I feel like you got to find your niche, find your groove where you fit in at, and you work with what you got. And so Vivica, she had the whole male review. She was doing the male stripper review, traveling around the States. I said, okay. And now she at this new point, but I don't know. 50 Cent been talking about her BBL.
She got a BBL.
I didn't even know she was doing a tour.
Yeah, she had a
Y'all
BBL.
ain't know. Oh, well, because you men, you don't keep up with the men strippers. See, that's why you ain't know about it. But
Hey, I
I,
don't I don't keep up with the men strippers either though.
it's real.
That's wild. So I mean, like with them saying that, what will they be saying have that same opinion if they wasn't actresses or
I
on
think they
TV all the
would.
time?
I mean, it's your preference. I know people who aren't actresses who only want to date wealthy men. I
Mhm.
mean, would we be having the same conversation if they came around and said, "I only want to date broke dudes"? I mean, it,
Bing, bong.
who wants that? Who wants that?
Yeah,
Nobody wants
yeah.
that. Nobody's
That's why I was
looking
kind
for a
of
broke man.
confused, like how surprised you were about the question being asked, because I think most women have a preference in whether it be money, security, looks, whatever. Or most people, just like you were saying, not necessarily.
Correct. And not all people.
Oh
There are
yeah,
women who are not looking for money. So I
right.
absolutely understand that. But at our big age, I mean, I don't know how old you ladies are. I'm sorry. But I'm 45. And at my age, that matters to me. So it does matter to me. It matters that you are able to be stable. I'm not taking care of no man.
Okay, as you
So
should.
Straight up.
so
Straight up.
I don't fault them from saying that. I feel like everybody has their preferences. I've had people who didn't want to date someone who had kids. That doesn't make me mad because I have three. That just means you're not for me. So if they say I only want to date wealthy men, broke men don't apply.
Let him win. Let him win. Let them win
Listen,
where they get in.
listen.
Okay, but isn't there a small percentage of chance that women are able to meet these men? Because it's only a small percentage of wealthy men.
well,
So
you know
are
what?
you
Absolutely.
guys?
Right.
If you're talking on celebrity status, it's really it's really not about the money, but you're forced to have to make it about the money,
Mhm.
because when you're on that level and it becomes about who you can trust. It really boils down to who you can trust, because you become a dollar sign. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody's out to get some. Everybody done pretty much had everybody. And so when you go towards someone, so maybe Vivica decides, okay, I'm not going to date a rapper or a celebrity. Maybe I'll date someone who's behind the camera, the cameraman, The cameraman don't make the money we make, but I can trust him because he doesn't know all the other big wigs that I have to deal with
Right. He
in
still
the
be like
industry.
1%
So
financially
I'll take
still. It don't
you if I can
necessarily mean
trust you.
Yeah.
So I think but it pushes you to have older men because richer men with more money, they understand the game, they understand how to move. I think it has its pros and cons yeah.
Okay, but check this out. They've been in their situations for a while now.
Mhm.
LisaRaye, she was married to a guy. I think she was tricked because he pulled a bag of her wool over her eyes. He was like, "Oh, y'all married." She thought she's about to be the queen of Turks and Caicos, and it
He
didn't work
was.
out for her.
She was.
He
So
was.
she's okay. So did she kind of like fall for the trap that's out there with men that's knowing that they have a lot of wealth and able to
I
trick
think
them?
that's the trick for anyone. If you're gonna come so transparent about the specific thing that you're looking for in a person, I believe Cree actually touched on it last week, was about, like, if you tell them too much about exactly what you're looking
Yep.
for, then they're just gonna be those things. They're gonna just fill those gaps for you, and hopefully that makes you then flip and be the way that they're one, have that control over you. So I think, yeah, he might have sat up there and pulled up in a Phantom or whatever, might have showed up in a private jet a couple times,
I
and
would
that
have been
might
like,
have been,
hey.
and that
But
might have
that
been enough for her. So, and trickery,
but I
trickery.
think I think
Like,
wealth is the I think wealth
you my type.
I think wealth is the
Like, you rather
beginning though,
find a
right?
Phantom at the end of the day, right?
Well,
You rather
wealth
get
is the
tricked by.
beginning. I
You
think
said
that's to
vote.
get in the door. To get in the door, they want you wealthy. But there's other stuff. So the man who was over Turks and Caicos might have been wealthy, but he was a hoe.
Wait,
Wasn't it
what?
his?
Well, when you
He
make
was
that
actually
kind of
wealthy.
money, they all the hoe.
I don't even think he
Well,
was
not
wealthy. I think he
listen.
just had like political power, and it looked like wealth because they had
It
like the
was his
state's
parents, right?
money and the
Yeah,
state's, yeah,
but
and it
homes.
it switched.
Yeah, yeah.
but
Wait, what you just?
they didn't divorce because he was
I
broke.
can't see nobody name.
Oh yeah, they divorced because he was cheating. Like
It was
Correct.
lies and infidelity and all
from the
that,
jump.
Correct.
Yeah,
but
oh,
also
Lisa Ray
lies and
husband.
cheating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lisa Ray's husband. Yeah,
Pretty
What he
much.
went
But he's
didn't
married
another
now. He got
dude
that money.
didn't
Was not
Tisha
cheating.
Campbell man take him from
He
her?
was exercising his options. He was not cheating. Rich man can't cheat.
why
Oh, is
not?
that what it's
That's what
He was
they
called?
say.
exercising his
They'll
Wait,
tell
options.
you that too.
is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Exercising your
Why do
options.
people expect men of that caliber to just be with one woman? It doesn't even make sense to me. And
oh,
I want to say to the whole question though that it's a lifestyle preference. It's like women who work hard and achieve a certain status. They want to maintain that social status, so they attach themselves to somebody of a higher status, so that it can also grant them more opportunities to become bigger. I don't know any woman who would want somebody under her unless she has that control or power factor where she wants to control the dynamics of their relationship.
I
Most
agree.
women of a certain caliber want somebody they can look up to, not look down to or
Okay.
take care
Yeah,
of.
I
but
agree.
that's fine
I
too, and
agree.
I actually respect that. That's exactly how I
They're
feel.
looking for monogamous like relationships and
And I'm gonna ask
attachment.
this:
That's
is
one
I'm
of
gonna
them.
just ask this simple question: is Lisa Ray not rich? Right? Is Vivica A. Fox not rich?
Well,
I feel like it should, on bare minimum, you should at least ask for somebody that's equally yoked as you, like you just said. So, like, if she's asking for somebody that's rich, how is that so surprising
when
to
was
you?
the last time Lisa Ray had a TV show or a movie?
What do they got to do with the
Oh, here
amount of
you
money
go.
she
She's
has?
Because she has to bring in a certain
She not
amount of
broke, brother.
income.
she not
Yeah, I was
broke.
gonna
She
She
say
ain't
is
she
broke.
not
is.
broke.
She
What are
rich.
we considering broke
Let's
though?
look
Like,
at
what is
She
let's
rich?
look
does
at
not
her
have to work
net
every
worth.
day. To me, if you don't have to work every day, you're not broke.
I've seen a lot of these
Let's
actors and actresses that we see on TV every day,
net
once a week, a few
worth.
times a year. They'll tell you, "Oh, I didn't get this amount of money until like what's her name, Taraji P Henson."
So just let's speak about it though, like, because you could get $1 million tomorrow, right, and not work for the next how many years?
Depends on
Exactly. So, like, if you are able to
Depending on your
maintain a certain
means.
amount of financial dependency for a while, you might not have to work for 2 or 3 years. That's just the not that big
Lisa
of a deal. And
Ray's
Lisa Ray's even been on certain things, and, like,
her
you think
net
she's
worth is
showing up on
25
TV
million.
without getting paid?
Say it again.
25,000,000, that's
Her net
plenty to
worth
spend
is
on.
25 million.
plenty to sit on.
Come on,
She
sis.
comfortable. Yeah, she cool.
Yeah, like if I'm LisaRaye, I'm gonna need me somebody on a rookie contract or somebody to like you can get it. Like I'm big on
Because you know what, too,
if it
the
was a
other thing
nigga.
about that is when you a grown woman, and you have lived life and you have, certain experiences that most people don't have, you
Yeah.
want that man that has that same understanding because he's gonna know how to really treat you on a higher level and keep you satisfied in a sense. Because if you do go with someone else, he's gonna have to learn that kind of stuff. You're going to have to be patient. So some of it is too, what are you willing to put into it? What are you willing to,
And what they
wait
saying is
for?
they willing to put into a deep bag. If you ain't coming with a deep bag, I ain't putting it in.
But does the
Can I?
man have to
Because
be worthy? Does
like you go through stuff. You
does the
like,
man
I'm a
really
queen
have to
now.
be worthy?
I
You
ain't
can say
taking
what you
nothing
want.
less.
You can do this. We can be honest about reality, right? And say
Let's
that these
Okay.
please.
two women can say that they have these preferences, right? And
Yes.
at the end of the day, the man that they end up with might not even be that, right? And we can say, oh, they was lying, and we can realize that, yeah, this man might fill up all these other boxes for this woman in a way that the
Exactly.
money never even mattered and she didn't realize it, right?
Okay.
We can say that in hindsight. But as of now, man, to get in the DMs, you better have a few bags, man.
I mean,
You better have a few bags, man.
I mean, that's
At least too, because women now, we like, if I got to put up with your whatever baggage come with you, if I have to put up with that, then you better have some very good compensation for me.
It better be worth it.
so. Let me
Wait,
ask you a
what?
question. Uh, only
Wait,
good
what?
men are rich.
Wait,
no,
Oh,
I'm not
it's not
dealing with
about
no
being
disrespect
rich.
and abuse because you got money. Is that
Oh
what
hell
y'all
No,
trying
no.
to
nothing
say?
like that. No,
But
Oh,
but they gonna cheat. You gonna run into
and
some
that's why I was
lies,
wondering where
maybe.
Trey was coming.
You
I know,
know.
where's the idea that just rich men automatically get some passes to cheat? Is it because just like
That no, not
the
for me.
elitism of
wait, I don't
it's not. It's not
you have to say
cheating.
it not
It's
for
only.
me. No,
It's
the
not
the
cheating unless you're lying and being deceptive.
That's
Nene Leaks
Do you
said
see
that.
Neo? It's not cheating.
Oh, that's
well, no,
different though.
Neo's
That's
no,
not
you're right.
an
cheating, but
agreement.
No,
I
I
also
agree. Yeah,
won't
like
be in a
T-Pain,
throuple.
they got the agreement.
Yeah.
There's certain
That's an
That's
yeah,
agreement.
I
different.
get
That's
that.
not
That's
cheating.
not cheating though. Yeah, yeah.
Nene Leaks said this morning. She said, "When you dating a rich man, you got to be able to take the truth, and when he brings it up and puts it in your face."
But I
That's
also
that's the
can
weak man.
tell him that I don't want that truth and that's not for me.
Yeah, that's a
No, I
weak
want
man.
whatever truth you got. No. So any man you date, it's not even exclusive to rich men. Any
Correct.
man you date,
Okay,
you
that's what I
should
want
want
to
to
talk.
take their truth. And that's the problem of what you just said. The woman, I don't know nobody's name. I can't see names, but like she said, I don't want that truth. You should want that truth. Because that's the
The problem
thing.
with the truth is that it's not usually the
A
truth. It's more of
problem with
like
the
a
truth.
power or
A
control
But no, no,
watered
no, no.
down
There's
or
no
version.
problem with
manipulation.
the truth.
People
Well,
want people when
we
they say no, hold on. When they say I want the truth, they want you to accept their truth. You can tell me the truth, but then I'm gonna say that ain't for me. You
That's
can
your
tell
choice.
me
And then
I
keep it
want to be in
pushing
a
because
throuple.
that's
I
the choice you want to have too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your choice.
absolutely,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. So you don't get to cheat on me because I'm not gonna allow you to be in a throuple with me.
Right. And also, if you have a financial gap over me in a way that I'm fearful you might throw it in my face, like some hoe ass niggas might tend to do,
Correct.
I'm gonna want some financial reassurances throughout and after. And that might be an agreement that we might need to make from the jump.
But it's a dude that can be sleeping on his mama couch making those same
Well, if you falling for the doopty doop, then you falling for the doop. Like you gonna
making the
fall
same.
for me.
I'm saying,
You know,
Yeah.
I can say this about being with, and I've just done a few videos I released over the past on my station, on my channel,
Mhm.
um, being the woman of a powerful man. What is it like to be the woman of a powerful man? And you know, when you're the woman of a really truly powerful man, and I'll say for celebrity status, say like Jay-Z or Kanye or Diddy or something like that. But then on a local level, there's still women that are in that position. Women who are with OGs and gangsters, women who are with mafia bosses, women who are with other powerful men that you don't see on TV every day. And so when you deal with that kind of man, that has that kind of power, that kind of money, those kind of resources, as that kind of woman, a whole nother set of work, I'll say, comes with that man. And it's a job. So from that perspective, it's like, yes, I need to know, I'll have to hear the truth. Because at that point, it could be a life or death situation, because
The
so
same
many
goes for
things
all
go
of
on
these.
with that kind of man.
It goes the same for all of them. I think
I
wealthy
was
or
getting
not,
ready to
powerful,
say,
famous or not, it's a
yeah,
bag of chips.
I
All
get
of us
you though.
come with a different bag of chips that people are
Absolutely.
gonna have to
Yeah,
do. I
give me the
think
truth. I
DSC
don't care what
talked
your
about it
status
last
is.
week
No,
about
yeah, but
learning how
it's
to deal
different.
with
Yeah,
that person learn
yeah.
how. And like I think I actually heard a pastor say this. People talk about rich people not having money problems. And they say, yeah, they do. It's just when they do have problems, they bigger than the money problems you and I would ever even imagine, right? So what's the big like you're gonna go into it if a person's not financially literate and they get a big lump sum of money, then you're gonna have to worry about managing that money with that person, right? Like there's certain levels to it. It's you're gonna have to deal with that person's errors regardless. If y'all are broke, you're gonna have to worry about his financial issues then. Like, right? So it's the same thing. You gotta be patient and deal with the person. The outside stuff is just there.
Well, I'm looking at it like this. These women have been in the industry. They've been on TV, television. They've made their money.
Okay.
They are at a certain age right now to where they haven't found that guy yet. And you would think that a man would be like, "Ooh, let me go ahead and get one of these actresses, or let
I'm
me get
sure
with
they've
that."
been shot at
But
plenty
check
of
this out.
times.
You got to ask the question: if there's a wealthy guy and that she's already doing what she's doing, what's the chances that he's gonna go get that 50-year-old plus woman, Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray, instead of going get the younger chick?
Okay, so
That just might be what it is. He
Lisa
might
Ray
not
just
want the
got
younger.
married.
Oh, she did
She did.
again.
Who she
Okay,
got
well,
married to,
I
girl?
saw that.
Is he
I
young or
saw
old?
that.
She just got married.
A
that,
point to be made right here. Is he young or old?
He
yeah.
is okay, I don't know how old he is, but he looks like he's younger than her, but not a whole bunch. But he
Yeah.
looks
Let's
like
look
he's
this
younger than
nigga up.
Yeah. So mature enough, but not one of them YNs out here
her.
just got a flick back.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sweat. Hey, kudos and salute to
So then we can
Lisa.
change topics then. Since she won. That's a 50-50 chance anyway. So like, so we good.
Look,
Vivica can stay doing what she doing. She
Okay,
I'm
fine.
what's
glad you
next
said
then?
that.
Look.
Check this out. So y'all know Judge Tyler, right? The off
Yeah,
the TV show.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. So she said that um, only broke men fall in love with women, and she said that that was the thing. So what y'all think about that one?
That's just a
That's
tough
totally
experience.
opposite, right?
Can I ask a question before we start talking?
What's the question?
I didn't really understand the context of this because I
Okay.
watched Judge Toller and I've seen like her situation with her husband and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
him passing away, and she was like deeply in love with him. So, what was the context in which she said what she said?
Yeah, I would have needed to watch the
It,
video or
it,
something.
it was more to it.
Yeah.
And it ties into this because she said that her guy
Okay.
came into her relationship with no money,
Okay.
4 children, and she was the one making the bread. She said
Okay.
she got with this guy and it was perfect for her.
Okay.
So it was kind of like the opposite of what these young ladies were saying with Vivica Fox and them saying that they're only looking for the specific man. And my question was, dang, can you find love without having a bag attached to it?
The
And she,
bag was the 4 kids. Listen, if I got
No, because
4
everybody got
kids,
issues.
why is the bag the point?
nah, this is what I'm saying, man. So imagine a broke nigga try to get at Lisa Ray. How perfect of a dude would he have to be to get at Lisa Ray?
I don't know.
Oh, he had to be pretty perfect, right?
Nah, she
So,
married.
so this dude's in this relationship with 4 other bags,
Okay.
right? He gonna have to play the game according to her rules, right?
Well,
It's the same idea where if it was like the NBA player, right? And it's some chick that wants to be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home, whatever.
okay.
But she got to deal with you being gone. She gotta lay, she gotta figure it out, right? She gonna have to figure it out. Or that's not for her and she gotta move on.
So you're saying that the he had no type of quality
I'm
because
not
he had
saying that. I'm
4
saying
kids.
that he came in at a deficit in a way that is hard to like ignore.
But we never asked where were the mothers.
We don't need,
He
but
came in with 4
despite that,
kids.
the responsibility of those children are
Or on
some
him.
way gonna be, yeah, are gonna carry over into her world if his world is gonna collide with hers. So that is a bag of itself. That in itself is already a lot of baggage to bring over. So, like, yeah, you better play it right. You better not have financial issues as well. You better not be broke as well. You better not be lazy as well. Like, that's
But she
crazy.
said she was in love and it worked out. It was
But,
love.
and I don't have no doubt
That's
that
not
that's
that's
perfect
actually
for
not
them.
what she said. So
What she
because
say?
I didn't understand the
Hmm.
question, I Googled the topic.
Okay.
And what I saw was I have money. I'm not looking for money. I want compassion. I want companionship. So it didn't
Sounds
say
like
I
she
want
got it.
companionship with a side of bullshit because your baby mama is tripping. It said I want companionship. You that doesn't mean she was gonna accept the BS that came with a toxic, unstable person. That meant I just want companionship. So
Right.
yeah, I can forego the fact that you don't have a bunch of money because I got money. But I'm
And
not gonna
even her having
forego that
had
on
that
top of
money,
everything.
maybe she spent most of her reproduction life, period, making the money. So now she
Oh
cool.
my
Like, no,
God.
she's
You're so
cool.
funny.
Can I say something? D
Yes.
Essence, and I
Yes.
know we already moved past this, but I don't see nowhere where LisaRaye is married. Who she married to?
I just kept seeing it all over the
Yeah,
they
fake
say she
news.
married to I don't know who that man is. Hold on.
Fake news.
So in other
Maybe
words,
Either way, well, let's say
it ain't,
love is in the air.
it ain't working out for her.
Let's say love is in the air.
And the man
Marriage
over
is
there,
not
King is winning.
for everybody. Marriage
it
is
ain't.
mainly for men anyway.
So if this man was able to provide companionship, making her
Correct.
feel safe, he was loving and everything like that. The monetary issue is just something that you make up.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I think
Think
that's how people should feel
Absolutely.
about
I don't
relationships
want people
anyway.
to be sitting here thinking that they can
Shoot,
overlook
that's like
all these
Monique.
good men.
Monique was the breadwinner, and she ain't had no problem saying it.
And she's happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
She
Well, a
supporting that
lot of
good
time
situation.
women get in relationships based off of their need. So if my need is companionship,
Correct.
then there's no problem. My need is fulfilled. However, I'm not getting no relationship with no broke man.
And
I
ain't.
ain't saying I'm a gold digger, but I ain't messing with no broke man
I mean, look at
because it comes with other
Maybe,
issues.
or
I
maybe
don't
broke is
want no
small.
scrub. A scrub
Right.
is a guy that can't get no love from me.
okay.
But we know we've all dealt with a scrub
I mean,
before, so
because it can be terrible. Because look what happened to Mary J. Blige.
exactly.
Homeboy
That's a
came into
great
a
Ooh, Kim
relationship
example.
with
Tutu.
3 kids
Tutu.
and left
Great
her and
example.
took some money. He's getting child support.
Boy,
Yeah.
he
Still,
bought his
Yeah.
still,
whole. He had a
I
whole
think
nother
Britney
house with
Spears.
his whole.
I think Britney
And
Spears
Wendy
just got
Williams
done
too.
dead.
Wendy.
Wendy Williams got Williams got done so bad she just passed out on stage. That was terrible.
She said,
Like,
"Oh,
But that too was also a game that she was willing to play with her. Like, it's like, hey, keep your business out the streets type of thing, agreement, and
yeah.
then it ended up hitting the streets.
And
That's
that's
what
the
it
thing. A
was.
lot of times they really know what's going on. They really do.
Oh
Yeah.
They
yeah,
just
that
try to
Yeah.
was
keep
And
it
then they
under
gotta
wraps.
just deal with the public backlash, the
Hmm
public persona, all the because
And
obviously
see
there were
again,
instances where they
yeah,
were
again, with those men with money, with powerful money, it could be life or death situation. They drugging each other on that level. You will come up missing, dead, disappeared. They
right.
label you crazy. They put you in an institution. Like when you rolling with those kind of men, the kind of men, LisaRaye and all of them, when that's your pool of men, the factor is who can I really trust and who's not going to turn me over because this person offered them this or that or that
A lick
that
on
would
the
make
back.
your life better. So who can I trust? The money ain't the issue because money come and go. They could take your career, they could take your money, they can shut you down like they did Monique. They can shut you down like whoever. But who's gonna be by your side when these people trying to come after you and they trying to take your career and shut your life down? Who can you really trust that's gonna be with you? And I think that's what they really want if they could get it.
Got nothing to lose, broke kid, broke nigga, with 4 kids.
kids.
What's the worst that can happen? You can go to jail forever, and then you ain't gotta take care of them fuck niggas. You
Sure.
good.
Did he
That's the
still think
problem.
he getting out? He fighting for life. He fighting to
Listen.
the end.
You
Listen.
gonna fight till all this money gone. You gotta fight. What else you gonna do with it?
He's like appeal, appeal, appeal.
This Judge Lynn stuff where it says only broke men fall in love. I don't believe people fall in love. Period. I don't
You know?
know. I think
Oh,
people
now we
choose.
back to that. Yeah, but last
I
time you said you
mean,
can actually
it's not
fall in
gonna
love
change. My
again.
stance on love
Now
is
you
not gonna
say we
change.
can't.
I think you choose to love people. Like I don't fall in love. I don't subscribe to that.
Okay, yeah, you
I
can be
think
like
it
that.
starts
That's
off with choosing to love. You make the choice to love, but it's up to that person to make you fall in love with them.
saying you can choose to be in love. Like at the moment that you feel the love for them, it's like, you know what? I'm trusting of this person. I choose to fall in love with them. You're right. You got to choose that.
I'm glad y'all
It's
said
it's
Yeah.
that.
it's a thing you have to
Because
take
as a
back.
woman, you know, when a woman really want a man and he turning her on and this, that, and she really wants you, oh, she gonna be your everything, baby. She gonna make you, she
That's a
aiming to
lie.
make you
No,
fall in
that's a
love.
switch that clicks.
That's a
It
I've
ain't
lie.
like
actually,
yeah. It's a switch that clicks at
I've
some
actually
point.
never been in love.
That's a lie. Oh, thank
You
you,
never
D.
been in
Essence.
love?
You just proved
I
what I
have.
just said. That's
I've never been in love.
So what do you call it?
Wow.
Yeah,
And I've
so what
been
do you
Wow.
married
call it?
twice.
So you just like a nigga a lot. I don't love you. I like you a lot.
I like you a lot, my nigga.
you've been married twice, but
I've
never
been
been
married
in
twice.
love.
You've been married twice
I've
and
never
never
been
been
in
in love.
love.
In love, but you love these people.
I loved them. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Still
Mhm.
love them. I think
So
they're great.
okay, what happens when y'all laying in the bed and right before you marry, he looks at you and say, "Baby, I love you." Would you say back?
I
I love
love
you
you
too.
back. Yeah,
I
she
love you
already
too.
said she love
I
him.
love them.
Nah, that ain't real love. When it's
So
real love,
What?
you ain't gotta say nothing because it's said in the love making.
No, no,
It's
no.
said in the
no,
love
No.
you
making.
Hold on.
agreeing.
I don't know
When
what
you
you
when
say.
Wait.
I don't
Never
know
been
what
in
you say
love,
in
but
your
she
You
love,
loves
said
you.
your
but
love ain't
oh
real.
no,
Wait a
oh
minute.
my goodness.
Let's let him explain it. Okay, go ahead. You've never been in love, but you loved him. At what point? Like I can't. I'm kind
That's
of
not
lost.
hard. That's hard to understand.
it's hard to understand.
No, just
Yeah.
articulate what's the difference from being in love and
Okay,
versus just
so
loving. Is it
for
that
me,
crazy,
But
weird,
not in love
dysfunctional
with
personally,
stuff?
you.
when I think, because it's a thought. To me, being in love is a thought. So
Okay.
when I think that I'm in love, like when I think about being in love, I think about I am giving myself 100% to somebody. This is my best friend. This is my, they
Best
know
friend.
everything about me. I know everything about me with no judgment, right? We are just,
Okay.
we hear. I don't have that.
Why would
The
you
sit-
marry a person you don't have that with? I'm just asking a question.
and I'm gonna answer you.
Okay.
So, husband number one, um, I felt like, and he's a great guy. He wasn't for me, but he's a great guy. But I felt like this was the progression of life, and this is what was next. So the first safe person that I came across, I ended up marrying.
Safe in the sense of financial
Um,
security,
Probably felt safe.
this
protect your
this is
heart.
this
He a
look. This
safe
a
nigga.
whole.
He know
From
he has that.
childhood
Yeah,
stuff, upbringing
it's a
stuff,
lot.
stuff that's playing
Okay,
in
Yeah,
so
your
you got
but
married for the
background.
wrong reasons then. That's what you're
but
saying?
Yeah.
but but in a like, so before him it was a lot of drug dealers and
Oh,
foolishness, and no, yeah, like,
oh,
I mean, I was a child, I was young, so it was a
Okay.
lot of, I didn't care enough about having a real relationship with you, and so I didn't foster that. And this was the first person that made me feel safe, made me feel like, um I wanted to get
Different
to
from
know.
what you were used to. Different from what
Absolutely.
you were used to.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
so I never saw myself as being a mother. I have 3 children now, but a mother or a wife. Like, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Initially, when I was young, I wanted to go to Hollywood. I was going to be an actress. I was going to do all of this. And
I'm a be a
I
star.
wasn't I wasn't worried about the rest, right? And then when I got pregnant with my first child, everything shifted in my mind, because now it's about this baby. It's about making sure that she is loved and nurtured and cared for and blah, 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 blah. So
Fell
in
in
my
love.
mind, what's next is
We need to do it.
you get married. You get, you do
Do
that.
what's right.
societal expectations. Got it.
Right. And so that's what happened.
Okay.
Okay. So what made it all end on your first marriage? What brought it to brought it to a quit? Like, oh, I can't do this no more.
So is this a family show? I can cuss?
Girl,
You can
yes.
say whatever you want to.
He
That's
had me fucked up. That's what
oh, okay. That scared me.
I
he had
felt
me
something
fucked up.
coming
thought
though.
you was
I
gonna
felt
build
that
into the
energy. I
curse
knew.
word.
Can I cuss? Can I cuss?
You
I
scared
felt
me
it.
I
I
now.
just
felt
want to
it.
make
Yes.
sure. Listen, I don't want no
Go
problem.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
He
Go
had me
ahead.
fucked up because I was like, listen, listen. as much as I cared about him and all that kind of stuff, I still was in my mind settling in a way, right? And being a good wife and a good mom was very important to me. And he decided to take that shit for granted and start like chit chatting with people and doing all. Nah, you got me fucked up. So
Okay.
Having conversations with other people? You chit chatting with other people.
You have any idea? Do you have any idea that he might have felt he wasn't getting her all? And
Like
then,
yeah,
your
that's
love.
what I said.
so then
I
he
didn't hear
just
you. Say it again.
Yeah,
trying to
that's
be.
what I said. Chit chatting. That's all it took. The fuck?
That's all it took for you to be done with a marriage.
Hey, what the fuck?
What?
What are we
Chit
talking about?
chat, nigga, what?
Good and bad. Did you say
She's standing
vows
up.
like good and bad?
I said
She's
vows,
standing
but I
on
was
business.
also young. You have to understand. Like you, and this is what's funny. We went to premarital. We went to not premarital. We went to counseling, right? And so I was, y'all, I was a hothead when I was younger. I'm better now. I'm
I'm
done.
glad you're admitting that.
Oh, we can tell.
Yeah, because you done flipped up your glasses. You done got the camera.
Yeah, her whole face said.
Because she's trying to explain it in a way where it makes sense. But I see
But
what you're
listen,
saying. You were young and you progressed and you
All of it make full sense to me.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You live,
As a,
you know, when you your
Nothing.
20s, your 20s, ain't
listen,
nobody faithful, ain't nobody
I
committed.
know,
You get to your
I know
30s.
women. I know women that hate the men they have had a child with, and have literally gotten back with them,
Oh, we love
courted
these
them,
men.
so
Oh,
that they could have the second one because they knew they wanted two kids. They just wanted them to look the same and wanted them to have the same father. Like literally hated the person. So like,
well,
the
because you
things
want
that
all your kids to be by the same person. Most women do anyhow.
I like to hate the father, but just to only want that to be the outcome. I get it. All of it makes sense. People are trying to
I don't get it,
navigate
and
through
that
tough
don't make sense.
situations.
That's
Yeah,
trash.
I mean, I want to. We had I think she has technical difficulties on her end, so we're gonna wait for her to
Yeah.
come back in. But I want to ask her, like, you know what I mean, like when she fell out of love with the dude, it was just for was it
But
social
that's what she's
media?
saying.
Well,
She was
yeah.
in love with
I
him.
mean,
She probably had love
well,
for
She
him.
was she was
she was
looking and learning because when you come from that
she's
background
right.
of
She's right.
gangsterhood, abuse, neglect, you don't see the proper role models. You don't see it. So you fumbling and learning as a kid trying to be better than what you grew up in because it was fucked up. Like she said, shit was fucked up.
So at least she
And you
got
make
some.
those mistakes in relationships, and then you get to your late 30s, early 40s, you know, your heads, things start connecting. You like, okay, this is who I am now. And I don't fit this kind of person. This person don't fit me. This is who I am now. So it's about finding your identity. Most people don't know their identity when you in the hood. Because it's all a we do this together. We act this way. We all talk this way. We all walk this way. We all have babies
Oh,
this way.
man,
But when
y'all,
you're trying to break away from that, you got to make mistakes testing these dudes. You know, you get a different dude, you might mess up until you get it right. But now she's saying she's understanding who she is now. She's understanding what she want, what work for her now, what don't. So now she's like the next man.
Well, I want to know this one. So for chit chatting, I just want to ask that little question. Like, was this like in public or
it didn't matter. It was a boundary that was crossed in communication that she was done with.
because
What more?
some people don't
it
even
was
consider.
multiple people. It
Okay,
was somebody at work, somebody online. Like it was
okay, he had
multiple
a
people.
work wife. I got you. Okay, I was just
Yeah,
trying to get a
yeah, yeah,
better
yeah,
understanding.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Shaq said recently that it's not cheating if you chit chatting. It's like
That's
you
fine.
can
Then that's his
conversate. You
boundary.
know,
Keep it pushing, rich
Shh.
man. Whatever.
All that chit chat belong to me.
But listen, but no, but let me
That
chit
is so
chat, and now
unrealistic,
you want to
though.
go kill yourself.
he
Wait,
wanted to
what?
go kill himself.
No, I'm being
He
funny.
loved you.
No,
What?
nobody
Oh,
wants to go kill themselves. I'm
Me
saying,
heartbroken.
but if I was chit chatting, if I was doing the exact same thing, that would have been a problem.
Okay.
Is what I'm
But it
saying.
might not have been a divorceable offense on his part. But
Well,
thank you.
regardless of
we're
Oh, but
that,
y'all pull away.
everybody got.
Y'all pull away
I'm
and you
divorced.
start acting funny though. And y'all act funny be stank too.
Oh, you talking about men? Y'all? You said y'all?
Man, yeah, y'all don't, you know, you might not leave, but y'all, it'll be a little something there. Y'all will be acting a little funny a little bit.
Yeah, that's
We
I
we
fine.
the
think it's just
masters of passive
unrealistic
aggressive.
expectations we set upon people. Like to be married or having a partner, like you can't really expect him not to talk to females other females. Like that's
I
unrealistic.
do.
It
Oh,
doesn't
let me
even
tell
really
you.
make sense to me that I would never divorce a man or even be out of a relationship because he's talking to other women. There's only
And you
male
don't
and
have to be.
females.
And you don't have to be.
I know, but I'm speaking from my own personal
Oh,
experience.
okay.
Like I'm what I'm saying is, and I'm not knocking you. You said you was young, whatever. That's your experience. But my experience is it's unrealistic for women and men to think that your partner is not going to talk to somebody of the
What if he
opposite
spent a little
sex.
bread on him, free? What
Like
if he
I
was
want you
like
to
work
talk.
wife? He bought a little
Okay.
lunch or something every now and again, like
Well,
something like that. 'Cause I
No.
know money's a
I don't
big
even
deal
care
for
about
you.
that. I don't
Okay.
care about none of these things. Like if that only thing keeps a man is a man want to be kept. Like if he chose you,
Oh,
you're
that's a
his
good one.
woman, you're his wife. He's not being disrespectful. Like you can, if that's your boundary, though, I understand
That's
if he
respectful.
crossed your boundary. But me personally, like it's unrealistic to think that they're not going to engage in these kind of conversations with women because it's only women and men.
So
Like
let me
go.
so and maybe we gotta so it's not just engaging in women and talking to women. It's not
Mhm.
that. I didn't divorce a man because he had a conversation with a woman. I
Even
Well, you
divorced
just
flirting.
said chit chat.
I, di-
That's
I
what I
Even
was trying to
flirting.
clarify.
you know what I divorced a man because he was having multiple conversations with women and they weren't appropriate conversations. They were inappropriate conversations. So let
Okay.
me
And he
be clear.
should respect how you feel. You know, he should have respected how you feel. And y'all,
And at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't want him. He didn't want me. And it is what it's okay. Like
Period.
it's okay. Like I am not going to back down from what I feel. I'm going to manage my expectations accordingly because
As you
just
should.
like they wanted rich men or they wanted this, I want a man who is about me because I'm going to be about him. I'm not going to have inappropriate conversations with other niggas and be like, but you should just be okay because I'm talking to a man. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do anything to make my
So
man feel like he's less than what he is. I'm not gonna do that.
so you wouldn't flirt with guys either?
I don't do that. When I'm with
So
a man,
once you're
when I'm
locked
with my
in, you're locked
husband,
in.
absolutely not.
Okay, you locked in. So in
I
in
don't
in
believe it.
between,
You ain't
how
got to.
how how far was it before you found the next person and got married? How long did it take?
3 years.
3 years?
It should have been never, but 3 years.
Especially being young. How old were you again?
When I met him, I was 20.
Yeah, see, how did
Okay.
20-year-old you're not flirting? Living your
Well,
best life.
no, I was with him. I mean, so was I flirting when I was with him? No, I was with him.
mhm.
Mm, okay.
Well,
I
yeah. Well,
mean,
so when you locked in, you
Yeah.
locked in. Only thing you
I
got to
am.
do
That's
is
just how
Yeah.
I
follow
am.
the rules, and then
Yeah, but
they got you.
my idea of locked in is you locked in, good, bad, indifferent. Like you don't think a young man is gonna be out here like flirting with other women? Like I
My
don't
that
know
was
how
my
these
kind of
people
thing.
expect
My
other
kind of
people
the
to have
beginning of
such
the thing for me
control.
was kind of like I imagine this man in himself, whether his boundaries or not, he was unfulfilled in some way, whether he articulated that with you or wanted it, whatever. He then went and looked for that outside of the relationship in some way, whether it be chit chatting, whatever.
That's where he
And
met
that
you.
was
Listen,
where he fucked. Like that. He
and
fucked
we
up. He
talked
was over.
about
Now
that.
you yeah,
He
keep
and
it
I
moving.
talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He and I talked about that. So let's have that conversation. So he and
Mhm.
I talked about that because one thing that so he was older than me. So he's not my age. He's
But how
actually
much?
older than me.
How old
He is six
at the
years older
time?
than me.
Okay, he was still young.
He was still young, but he was 6 years
Yeah.
older than me. And so we had that conversation because I felt like the fuck.
I love her facial expression.
The fuck. I was like, because one thing that you can never say about me in my marriage, you can never say you are gonna cheat on me because I ain't giving you none. I ain't like there's a whole list of shit you're not gonna be able to say that you're gonna go do because I'm not doing. So either you're greedy or you're stupid. So let's get there.
Are you human? Are
She
you
Or
said, "Let's get
human?
there."
but I
You're
don't so
just
clearly I
human.
want an alien because what you're not gonna do.
Is cheat on you? Have you ever
Cheat
been with
on
a man who
me.
didn't
The
cheat?
fuck?
Have you ever
I
been
can
with a man who
understand
never
that though.
cheated?
That's
Huh?
Have you
Yes,
ever
you
been
never
with a
did.
man who never cheated?
yes.
I have.
All right. Why are you not with
I have.
that guy?
No, I'm not.
Why?
Because I didn't
If
want
you
to.
don't mind me asking. Huh?
Because he changed in other ways that I didn't like.
So we're gonna find something wrong with him regardless.
No,
Like
we're not
I
gonna
don't
find something wrong with
Yeah,
him
we're
but
regardless.
imperfect humans. We're
But
imperfect.
I'm
Like
not
I
going
don't
to. This is the
I guess
thing.
I'm
But
just over the whole cheating stuff.
what you don't
Uh-oh. Frozen.
gotta go.
I couldn't
All
hear
right,
you.
we can need to go on to the next. Oh, never mind. It's not my show. My bad. Let me shut up.
So, but this is the thing about it. Creed, you said for a simple fact, you can't keep a man to stay or something like that.
Yeah,
I
man
said
ain't
you
gonna be
can't.
kept long.
Only kind of man that's gonna be kept is the one that want to be kept.
Want
If
to
he
be
want to
kept. So
stay with you.
obviously, if he kept overstepping his boundaries, he didn't want to be kept in the first
And
place.
that's
That's what my big
fine.
thing is.
Clearly,
I'm
but
I
you
let
big.
him
can't.
go.
Yeah.
A
Well, you
man's brain, a man is not gonna jump from A to B. If I see a rock over there, I'm not jumping to it because I don't think I can get there. I'm jumping there because I can get there, right? Like there was something that he didn't in his relationship that wasn't great
Yeah,
for
but
him that he wants. So he just went
But
and tried to he
Jay,
wanted something better. He tried to find something better.
he 26. He wasn't
Jay.
ready probably to
Okay,
be in
thank
that
you for
position.
lying. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Absolutely.
Like
You know what I
he's
mean?
Absolutely.
He
26.
probably,
Like
yeah.
How's that? What I'm lying about?
Because if he was probably like in his 30 and realized what he done got and what he done left behind and, took advantage of, he probably gonna be looking for that same type of woman
yeah,
later
he
on.
living his
Her.
life.
Been
No, but
looking
that's
for
what
it
he
since
did. That's
then.
what he did when he found her. He said, "You know what? I want a person to do X, Y, Z, da, 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 da," and she probably did that. And then when he got with her, he was like, "But I don't want it kind of in that way. I want it in a different way. Like I want a
Girl,
beige
you can give a
Candy.
man
I want a
everything, and at
black
that
Candy.
moment,
Like
that's not
this is
everything.
how men are.
Absolutely.
I know men,
But that
bro.
don't
Absolutely.
mean
I know men,
Jay.
man.
Respectfully, I disagree. It ain't got nothing to do with the woman when the man step out. That's his own personal. When a man
That's
step
what I'm
out
saying.
or
There's
woman,
something that he's not fulfilled in the relationship in him that he needs to go
it's not the
find and get it
relationship.
fulfilled somewhere else.
But it's not the
Well,
relationship.
Relationship. That's why he's trying to find another one.
That's
But
not.
well,
that's
You
not
think he
that's
looking
not
for a
necessarily the
relationship?
case.
You think he looking for a relationship talking to multiple people? Think about that.
That's not the case.
She said
he doesn't.
multiple people. He ain't
Yeah,
looking for
I'm saying
no
he's trying to look for a certain
monogamous
type of
relationship.
relationship. He just didn't have it with her.
But you know what? 15 years later, he still ain't got it, and he's still over here trying to.
There you go.
No,
There goes
no.
Remember
Proof
for
is in the
Fox and Lisa
pudding.
Ray. We all in the same boat, rich or poor, divorce
Yeah,
or not.
it really don't matter. But the fact that he was
It's not gonna happen.
talking to multiple people tells me he was not looking for
Would you not? Why would you go?
monogamous situation.
Why would you risk your marriage and only go talk to one only person and hope that they
Risk
got
your
all
marriage.
those things? Go talk to a whole bunch of them.
You heard
Oh my
Tyrese. I
Risk
God.
love
your
you, girl. I
marriage.
was just messing with the women.
Again, for real, a man's not gonna jump. A man is not gonna start even risking that relationship unless it's something that he's okay with losing. Now he may cry and threaten
Nah,
suicide and all that after
bro.
whatever, but a man's gonna risk something that he's worth losing for him at the time.
I've seen dudes with the perfect situation and still get
And
greedy.
that's perfect to him. That's
Thank
perfect
you.
to you.
But I'm saying, but they're still greedy.
And like I said, for everybody,
Greedy.
Give them
for
everything, and
every
at that
bad bitch you
moment, it's
see is
not
a
Greedy.
nigga that
everything.
is tired of his shit. So it's like, keep it pushing.
So that brings me to the next topic, man.
Okay.
The question would
Okay.
be, when does your partner become your best friend? Because if you're not in love with them, you don't know these people. Like, when does this person become your best friend? I've heard of people saying they get into relationships. I done got married to this person, and that person is my best friend. Me personally, I've been with a female that was one of my kids' mothers, and they broke up. She's with this dude, and she's calling me on the side saying, "You my best friend still." I'm like, no, I ain't. I'm not your best friend.
And the person you with is supposed to be your best. I think y'all are usually best friends before you should be in a relationship. Why are you? How much closer can you be as a connection before you get into a actual relationship with somebody? That's your best friends, bro. Like you're sharing everything about each other. Y'all know so much about like y'all are best friends. Y'all hanging out all the time, kicking it all the time.
I've never had one be my best friend though.
Before you got into a relationship with them,
Yeah, even during the relationship, I've never
that's
been married to one, but she's never been my best friend. I'm in a relationship and I say, oh, that's my best friend. I had homies that was, what I mean, I come from,
so. Like, let me ask you this about your best friend section, the male group. Do you have the same relationship with all of them? No.
oh, this is what I'm thinking about friends though. Friends are gonna respect friends. You can certain things you ain't gonna say to them. You try to keep up an amount of respect.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship, bro, the friend thing is different because they're gonna treat you. They might say something to you that your best friend might not say at that
And they
point.
should, because
All
they
right.
should be your best friend. They should be your most bestest friend.
Well, I've never had a bestest friend ever.
You gotta have to find
Your
those
best
relationships and trust
friend.
between those people so y'all can grow into being that.
All right. So D Essence, was you friends with any of your guys
Yeah,
that
that
you
was
married?
cool.
Did you have him as a best friend? No.
Nah, they
There
wasn't my
go
best
one.
friend. No,
There
he
go
wasn't my
one
best
vote. One vote.
That's correct.
What about
friend.
Creed?
No.
Absolutely not. I have a best friend guy and a best friend female. Neither one of them
Mhm.
I've been in a relationship with, a
Wait, I missed it.
romantic
Hold
one.
up. Wait,
Me too.
wait. Can you please repeat
I
that?
have a best friend guy and a
Uh-huh.
best friend female. Neither
Mhm.
one of them have I been in any sort of romantic relationship with.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And
Mm.
I was married twice. Neither one of them were my best friend. I think that's always the goal, to strive to have that type of dynamic with your partner, but sometimes you just don't achieve that. But
So
that's should be the goal.
if you meet a guy and you guys say you go out for a year and he becomes your best friend, do you now let go, relinquish your best friend, male or
Absolutely
female?
not. What?
No. So
So
now,
let me
go
say
ahead.
let me say this before I said no, but let me say this. My best friend knows the boundaries. So whenever I get into a relationship, he respects the boundaries. He wouldn't be calling me, like, we could talk all night long now if I'm single, but if I'm in a relationship, he's not gonna call me after a certain hour, and vice versa. I'll respect his relationship. My guy would meet him. We will all hang out. Like, we will all be friends. That's like something we already talked about years before in our situation. So
Mhm.
I don't have no like disrespect. Everybody I dealt with love my best friend, and they understand
Why
why
would
we
there
best
be
friends.
any? Why would
He's
there
like
be
the
any
male
boundaries
version of
between
me.
y'all?
I'm the
So if
female. He's like the male
everybody's,
version of me. What you say, Jay?
why would there be any boundaries between like whatever y'all could do prior to the relationship versus being in it? Like especially when y'all are all in it together. Like you and your dude are all cool with the best friend too. Everybody's in the same agreements. He's trusting of the best friend XYZ. Why would there then be some sort of boundaries that you set up as
So,
far
like
as
I just said, so when I'm not in a relationship, we can call me because my best friend like to eat and he's a foodie. So he always, hey, you want to go check out this new spot? So we would go places and spend a lot of time together. Now, clearly, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, that all that time I wouldn't have with my best friend, so that'll be a boundary. He would have to call somebody else to go be a foodie with him and
Right.
hang out with. And the example I gave with the phone, because we was on the phone today for like 2 hours. I definitely wouldn't be on the phone with him for 2 hours if I had a whole dude. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
so
yeah, but like your time is still your time, and like your dude, that's actually somebody that's for you, should respect that time. I think we even mentioned it last time about how like those two things remain still whole in themselves, but separate, and then we just bring our whole selves to that person. Like I'm fully fulfilled in that 2 hour conversation I had with my best friend. My partner's not jealous of that or upset because he didn't get those 2 hours because he knows that's filling me up as their true partner or whatever. So that's why I was just wondering why would there all of a sudden I'm just wondering. I get that you're saying, yeah, these boundaries, these boundaries, these boundaries. I'm just wondering why would there all of a sudden be this separation of all these different things
because I just
between?
wouldn't be available like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. You wouldn't be
I
able to go
mean,
to the
that's
movies with him
simply
as
it.
much, which I would still go to the movies. You get what I'm saying? And he would still call you if he wanted to go eat. I'm saying, why is all of a sudden something? Why do you stop? That's why.
It's not stop. It's just slow down because now I need to make
Okay, so it's just you wouldn't
extra
be
time.
available as
Yeah,
much. But
it's
you were
not
saying there were
stop.
boundaries. I thought there was something that is like, hey, bro, you can't call me after 9 no more.
No,
And that's
no,
why I'm
we
asking,
gonna
like,
all
what is
hang
the
out.
Well,
what
Uh-huh.
is
mine is a
the
little different because
Yeah.
I have a male best friend, but when he
okay.
got married, we didn't do that. We stopped. We so I was really good friends with her because kind of like what you said, he brought her to we hung out, we had a great time together, but when I needed him to do something, I would call her. Like I wouldn't to me the boundaries was I never wanted to make her feel like
Yeah, she the
Uncomfortable.
gatekeeper
Yeah.
type of thing.
right.
That's
Like
respect.
I didn't want to make her feel like, oh, I'm just talking to him all the time. Like I
Just
don't
like you
know.
said, if
Maybe
there's a
I've been a wife
relationship
before.
between us all, I
Yeah,
should be able to reach it. Why can't I text
It's
you and text him like,
I
Because people
text
still
him
weird.
sometimes, but I text
That's
him.
why.
Yeah, I just don't. I never want her to feel
Yeah.
a way about me and him. I just don't. And so maybe that's a me thing. I did.
No,
I
that's
never want
respectful.
us to
No,
feel a
that you
way.
being
That's
real. You
it's
being
respectful.
real.
transparent. It's just
Yeah.
That's
being transparent.
respect. That's
One
respect. That's
one of
respect,
my
period.
homegirls from LA, she said the same thing. This is what she said. She was friends with this guy, and he called one day and was like, you know what? I don't think we should be talking no more. I'm gonna focus more on my wife. And she said, well, I'm mad. I said, what you mad for? I said, you sound like a side
Yeah,
chick.
yeah.
And she was like, no, I'm not. We friends. I said, have you ever called this dude house? and his girl picked up the phone and said, "Can I speak to so and so?" And she was like, "No." I said, "You was a side chick.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can't be a friend." Now he's wanting to focus on his relationship and keep his relationship straight. You was a side chick. She got hot as a cup of water with me, man. We ain't talked since.
But I
Just
mean,
that phone
because you
call.
kind of assume that position in that rather than just being like this thing was created and then she just got upset because their friendship ended. And I think that's kind of taking it a step further. You
Maybe.
assume she was a side chick rather than a friendship ended in a way that really wasn't cool for her.
Now I'm looking at PD Ware. She said it depends on maturity level of your partner.
I think that's all
Even with
relationships.
mature people, like people are weird. Like in the pillow talk, say for example, like you have a friend, like my male friend, like he's an attractive guy and he's single. So it's like people always think we're together,
Yeah.
like, but we're literally best friends. Like he's the male version of me. So it's like we get it all the time. Like, why y'all ain't never? Because we don't like each other like that. Like we love each other in the friend place, and that's it. Like, why don't people understand that those type of dynamics can exist? But because people are so weird and they think male and female got to be sleeping together if they cool or they close or they hang out a lot, it's like if he was when he was in a relationship, completely respected. I wanted to get to know her. Like I didn't hang out a lot, but if they ever invited me, I was there. We all had a good time, and he still was hearing weird shit, like still getting comments like it's
Mhm.
just
Man,
weird. Like people are weird, and if you're dealing with people who have insecurities, it's even weirder.
Yeah.
So, like you never
And
know,
it'll affect
like
them and then they'll
somebody's
start moving
background.
weird, being different.
so Shima, have you ever ran into this type of situation? What do you think about it?
I don't really have best friends. I had one, and she betrayed me a few years ago,
By
and
doing
so
what?
I don't do female best friends no more. But
Did she mess with,
Dang,
did
Phalon,
she mess
all
with
this
That's
somebody you
then,
was messing with?
terrible.
She said
huh?
Did
betrayed.
she
That's
mess with somebody you
terrible.
used to talk to?
No,
I
she
ain't
ain't
never.
messing. You know, just
Okay.
we were
That's okay.
friends from like junior high school. But come to find out, she was talking behind my back, and I'm like,
Ah,
and I don't
that's
mess with females
fine.
at all, and she know this. So she was talking behind my back to a bunch of females, knowing I don't fool with females at all. And it just came out, and I called her on it. I was like, "What's up with her? I've been doing this for years." I said, "For years? Oh, well, check this out." But anyhow, but
Yeah.
I did. Well, I was married for 10 years, and I did have homeboys that I've been friends with since junior high school. And so I did the same thing. I introduced my husband to them and fiance at the time because I knew that I wanted to keep them in my life, because we was cool like that. But one particular friend, he always wanted to hit it right, but he never got the chance to because I ain't like him. I wasn't vibe with him like that. So when I got married, I cut that off. I
I was
cut
just
that
about to
off,
say,
and
did
he
you
was cool
expose
with
it?
it. And when I
Okay.
got divorced, he was still there trying to hit it, and he still ain't hit
Okay.
it.
As a nigga will be.
Boy, niggas will hold on for a long time, boy. They will play the
I
role
Give in.
know they
a
got married,
long
had
time.
kids, came back.
Damn,
I'm telling I know niggas. I know niggas, man.
damn. That
PM
nigga
where
sits on
PD
for a
where said
long
I have
time.
a male best friend and he's never crossed that line and I don't even look at him like that. I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, big respect. Shout out to it. If you
Okay.
gave it up, you probably obliged.
Oh,
A lot of
yeah.
them
You
usually
never know.
oblige. That is what it is.
So my last question would be, man, since we getting in another topic, should your partner have your social media and your phone passwords?
Hmm.
I would definitely do it.
What do you mean?
I'm
You
transparent.
good?
I would, hey, phone unlock. If you need to check whatever it
Well,
is, stay away from
the only
people
men
that
that
you
I've
can
had
see.
that do that with me, and I don't even have to request it, they offer it to me. And it's the men that they don't want me going nowhere. They want me to know, look, you got me. I'm all yours. Look, here. And I
Yeah.
never check it. I
Mhm.
never look at it. And so I think what the other viewer typed in, it depends on the maturity level. It does. And the woman, your femininity of that woman, like how do you like your man? Because it's only a certain way I'll take my man. And if you ain't all on me, all into me, you rejected. You can't roll with me. I like my man a certain way. So they offer it to me and I don't care, and I let them look through my phone, because if I accept you, then that means that you satisfying me, and I'm not really looking anywhere at this time. You just keep me satisfied, and we good.
Yeah. Shout out to that man. Do not look. Listen, if a woman gives you
think
access, I'm gonna look you straight in the camera. If a woman gives you access to the social media, do now unless your shit is packed, bro, and you ready to go ahead and go, do not check it. If you
Oh
Just
my
don't look
God.
at
see
the
the things that
DMs
these
because they
niggas be
be sending
saying to these women,
them ick pics.
oh,
Don't look
they
at my
be,
DM and I
oh
didn't
my
ask
God.
for
You'll
them.
be like,
Listen, you
they
gotta have the wrong heart.
You'll be, it's gut wrenching, bro. Don't even do it. Just stay
You
there
gotta
and be
be
happy
wrong.
she chooses you every day.
I think there should be some level of privacy. I don't think
I agree.
that y'all should be sharing passwords. I think people should have a level of privacy. Like they should be able to. I want you to do whatever you want to do, so I can see what you rather do. Like unless you ask me, I'm not just gonna offer up a password. Like if you ask me though,
I'll
sure you
let you
can
do what
look
you
at my
want to
phone,
do.
but I don't think that should be like a given. Like I don't see the point
It's
behind it.
open. You
Also,
want it,
what
No,
you
is
have
the
it at any
password?
point in time, man. Here, you want it? Here you go.
it's not mandatory
You want
because
it?
if you
First
gotta
time,
look at
first
all of that to keep
time.
up with your man,
Yeah,
you don't
some
even need to
want
be
'em.
with him.
They want
Yeah,
yours.
I
some
don't want
want 'em.
them.
They not
If I
yours.
if I feel it's necessary to have your password in your, well, I don't want it.
You
I
done
just
already
Right,
skipped.
Some
I
right,
want
don't
You
want it.
control.
yeah.
one,
I
two,
don't
and
want it.
Some
three of
I'm
might have
all
a
good.
of them, bro.
control
Now
factor somewhere there. I don't know.
I have kids and I have an autistic child, and so if I'm married, and let's be very clear, because the questions kept saying partners. I don't know what that means. If you're my spouse, then I would probably put their face in my phone because you need to be able to get to certain things in my phone, right? And that would be fine with me. I don't care because I'm not doing nothing. The passwords for your social medias, that's weird. Like
Nah,
that's
that's weird. To
I
be
don't
able
want
to
it.
just complete, because
I
you
Yeah,
don't
can
want
literally
it.
just be like, yeah, now I got it.
control.
Now I
I don't
got
want
yours forever. I done changed the password. You no longer have it.
yeah, I don't want
Nah,
it.
you don't need
Did
it.
y'all see the guy got into a car accident and he was stuck? The car was on fire, and this girl was like, "Give me your phone. I need to call your mom." And he was in there like, "No, I
He
ain't
like,
giving her
I'd
my
rather
phone."
die.
And he
No.
said, "I'd
Kill
rather
me now.
die. I promise you. Look it
Not
up."
I'd
He was
rather
like,
die?
"I would rather die with these secrets before I give you
He
your
No.
phone."
telling her to open
Ooh,
the car
he must
door.
been
Nah,
He said,
cutting
call my
up.
mama
door.
because we ain't
He
gotta
said,
talk to
door,
you no more.
door,
Call my mama.
door.
He gonna take it to the grave.
He taking it to the grave.
That's
I was
terrible.
faithful, girl. That's what it is.
You gonna burn, man.
Hot. She was
The
hot.
moment you got to go through the phone, then you need
Take
to
it with
reevaluate the
It's
whole
over with.
relationship.
take it with
I have
Shoot.
made my stomach hurt by going through a phone in my younger
Yeah.
days. I've never
Yeah, I
done
Hey,
that
don't think
have
again.
it's that.
can I
It's
ask y'all, the host and the co-host, have y'all ever had a female best friend, and do you think it's even possible?
Great question.
best friend. I've never had an adult female best friend in high
An adult.
school and like my small college years. It's like, oh yeah, it's my homegirl, all that. But nah, none of that shit existed. It was usually there was some sexual dynamic or like either they were interested in me very sexually, or it was a friend of a girl I was with that was faking like they was best friends to be right. It not as an adult, just because also as
It's
an adult
risky.
since I've been with my wife, I'm not, or even then, just my girlfriend, I wasn't gonna meet a girl and be like, hey, you want to be friends? Every one of them was on a romantic basis.
Yeah, I was epic fail with friends. All the all the females like, "Oh yeah, you my friend." I'm like, "Okay," and it didn't work. One is in the situation and currently right now, and it's just not working because I feel that I can't call you when I really need a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it might be 2 or 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I can't call and say, "Hello, can I speak to?" Um, or do we get along pretty good? Yeah, we was pretty much
So y'all
cool.
just cool.
We were, yeah, real cool. And the other one was like in a situation, like I said, we had been together, and what happened was she met this dude, and she was about to get married or whatever the case may be, and she kept on saying that I was her best friend. I'm like, nah, we not, because your exit strategy suck, and you with this dude right now, so nah, it ain't gonna work. I was just being real because I know
I
that in this
appreciate
same
the
situation.
honesty. Tell me straight out.
I couldn't call him. I mean, I couldn't call her. So she was like, I couldn't
Niggas
call him
don't
either.
know
Acting like
like
he
you
couldn't
either.
go.
Yeah.
Ah.
But she liked, she thought I was her best friend. So I've been,
And
yeah.
that's
And
something
I was,
she could say. She can be like, "You are my best friend," and that's her perception and whatever. So man, it don't have to go both ways. You know.
yeah. And then in the past, like every female that said they were my friends, I epic fail. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's
Go
weird
ahead.
because yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
I don't feel like it's
I
so much
never tell a
weird.
guy
I
he's
just
my
feel like
best friend.
the idea of like coming into a relationship as friends and then growing to be like best friends as a woman. I just like I have like friends that I know through other people that like I'd say that was a friend,
Mhm.
but like a best friend or like nothing like that from a girl, nah, not just not me. But there's plenty friends, like there's plenty
In
friends.
this stage of my life, when I do get with whoever I get with, I'm gonna love her so much. She gonna be like, this my guy.
As you
Ooh,
I'm
should.
gonna be her friend. I'm gonna be whatever she need
ooh,
be. And I'm
say
promising
it
she
again.
gonna
Say
have
it again.
200% of what she needs from me. You know what I mean? That's why I said when our last podcast with me, you and Cree, I was saying that I'm not about to just love easy after 8 weeks because of what I'm fixing to pour into you.
Right.
It's gonna
Ooh, he
You
said he
need to
got to
pull those
take his
things in this
time
time.
with it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
you gotta get that slow grind. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just be like, there you go. You be like, nah. And I'm like, I done pumped that up
Take
on
your
friend.
time.
Yeah.
Shima, please stop. You over there getting his
Oh,
head like
see,
about to
I love
explode.
hearing a
You
man
see
talk
the
look,
like
you see
that.
the
It's not
facial
often you
see,
expression
hear
on
a
my
man
face,
talk
y'all.
like that.
This was weak,
see,
but that's what the thing. See, they talk because they know we fall with our ears.
I
So
ain't
you
trying to
gotta
Wait,
fool
have that
what is
nobody,
this
face
baby
Cree.
like,
name? Hold on, let me blow it up. Hold on, what's your name?
mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to fool nobody.
We're not
No.
saying you
Don't
are.
talk that
I'm
talk.
just
Say
Don't
that
saying
you
talk
were
that
that
born
talk.
hurt.
I know my
Say
worth.
that.
I,
I know what I'm gonna have to offer. I know what I've been
well,
through in
that's
life, and I know what I'm not trying to go through
I'm
again.
not
Come
trying to take
on,
So
away
when
baby.
from
I
you,
do lock
friend.
in, I'm finna lock in, and it is
Lock
what it is.
in.
We can have
Great.
passwords.
I'm just
We
saying.
do whatever it is. Phone
We
ring. Here
I'm
you go, bro.
we
Get
You
that
gonna
see
phone.
see.
Shima back there? You see Shima down there? That's most women reaction with men.
All in.
Yes.
It's still a
Yes.
manipulative tactic that men use
Yes.
What?
to,
So
Because
to whoop.
you gotta show
Is
that
you
it's all
You
in.
gotta
manipulating?
show them.
Excuse me, sir. Are you manipulating right now? Because we need
I
to
am not.
know.
Hey, this
You
is
The
think
called
he gonna
viewers
say
need
I'm
to
transparency,
know.
manipulating? You think he
and
gonna
we
say it?
still.
Yes, he
As a
is.
friend of Falon, I'm gonna tell you
Is
what
you
Falon is
keep
doing
your
right now.
panties dropping? What you
He's not
doing?
Tell us
lying.
what
He's
I
Falon
need to
not
get him
doing.
lying.
on my singles segment on my
The
show.
second one, the amount of time that it's probably gonna take for y'all to prove to him that y'all worth all of that. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah.
It ain't a lot of time. When she's checking the
Well,
boxes, that's going. She's gonna
isn't he
check.
Mr.
I don't
Humbug?
ask for
Bar
two things.
He's
Humbug.
gotta be so consistent and so thorough, Falon. That's why it's taking so long. That's why it's so hard,
No,
bro.
because I haven't found nobody that's 100% honest and I can trust.
There you go.
I'm
And
only asking
that's
for
from the
two
jump.
things.
And again, how long would that take for somebody to then feel like they're receiving so much of you that they can be that? So now you're in a paradox.
Yeah.
The paradox baby.
Y'all gotta be healed before y'all
Because you
come
gotta
in.
make sure she
I'll let y'all
feels
know
just
this
as
then.
comfortable.
I'm glad
Come and
everybody's
talk
here.
to me.
When it happens,
I
I
really
I'm
want.
really
in zone one. Hey, go
need
ahead, girl.
you. Can I talk
Go
to
ahead,
you?
girl.
You need to talk to the representative. So I'll see you in 8 weeks.
You crazy. When it does happen, I'm gonna invite all y'all to my wedding or whatever the case
Please.
may be. So
I'm
y'all
gonna
be
be the
like,
flower girl.
yes,
Okay.
he just did it.
Yeah.
He just made it.
You did the impossible.
Yeah.
Right here at the Field Podcast.
Genuine congrats.
So
And
with that being
at the reception, we gonna be playing Beyonce Cuff It, okay? We go.
said,
He said he was gonna lock in,
I'm
baby.
locking in. I promise you. But I do want to thank you, beautiful ladies, for coming
Thank
onto
you
the
for
show.
having us.
Bree, Shima, The Essence, man, you guys were
Thank
excellent.
you.
You know what I mean? I really thank you for taking out your time today to show up, give us y'all opinion, y'all expert opinions, and y'all put it all out there. So I want to thank you again. And if in the near future, I would love to have y'all back. You know what I mean? So Jay, anything you want to say to
Nah,
y'all?
man, we appreciate y'all for sure. All y'all's experiences, opinions.
And once again,
You're
if
welcome.
so where they can find y'all if y'all have social media, if y'all want to say that, Creed.
Creek 21 Boom on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Check me out.
Yes.
I got my new single segment. Got to get Phalon on there since he's seeking love. Might find
We're
him
gonna do that
somebody.
next.
He is gonna be blowing up after you get
Get
off
him,
my show.
girl.
And I
Let's go.
thank you for
And
having me. I
Shima,
appreciate you.
Yeah,
Shima
no problem.
Lad, help me out. Check me out on YouTube. Help me out. I discuss an array of topics. Just released my book, What Future Me Told Past Me, for people who have come from a background of abuse, neglect, exploitation. So you can contact me there and connect with me for some coaching services.
And Shima, you have something special going on in Dallas real soon. You want to let the people know what that is?
Yes, I'm also a music artist. I am Shima. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Shima.
Hey.
I'll be performing in Dallas on the Kendrick Lamar and SZA tour for the Fan Fest. So
Go.
if you want your tickets, you can hop over to Too Hot Radio, purchase your tickets, select my name, and I will see y'all then.
I love
Thank you.
that for you.
That's
Yeah.
And
amazing.
last
Congratulations.
but not least, the S series was cracking. You tell them about you.
Hey y'all, I am D Essence Love, and I am D Essence Love on all platforms. TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So
And I
Hey,
want to thank you.
Dancing.
hey
Hey,
girl.
and didn't believe it. She will not fall in love with y'all. So she means that love part.
I'm
The
gonna fall in
essence
love
is
one
not
day.
gonna fall
Don't
in
do
love one
that.
day. Hey,
Don't.
okay, bam. There
I'm
we go.
looking
We
for
go.
it. I'm
We
looking
done
They
made
for
some
it.
say if you
progress.
beat it up,
There we
then you
go.
fall in love. Ain't that a
That
song?
don't work.
Oh, okay.
It's been beat up before. That don't work.
Okay.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
That didn't
All
work.
right.
They be
All
lying
right.
on
Well, I
that.
thank you,
They
ladies, for
lying.
coming, man. And I'll definitely tap in with you guys later, man. You gotta enjoy the rest of your evening.
Later.
Bye, y'all.
You too.
Yeah, man. So I think that was a good run, man. We had some beautiful ladies on there.
That was good.
And to sum it up, we've done some answers from women, and we know the answers. You know what I mean?
We know the experiences. We know the answers. Fellas, tighten up. Get your shit. I'm always hold you accountable. Get your shit together, man. Bring them what they need. Figure out what they want. Listen to them and provide consistently. I bet you that's the clue.
Yeah, man. It is what it is in these day and times, man. So if you find something, man, you better lock it down, bro, because it's definitely it's pretty crazy out there. I can promise you
Shallow
that.
waters out there.
Yeah. Hot girl summers and YNs out here doing all kind of crazy things, man. So if you can find something, you better lock it in,
A
bro.
lot of
You know
people
what I'm
gonna die single.
saying? Yeah,
Do the numbers.
yeah. In the words of what's his dude? Kevin Samuels said that. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. But with that being said, man, it's time to pay some bills, man. I want to say shout out to my boy Sugar Slim, man. If you need intros, outros, man, anything dealing with music, instrumentals, R&B, rap, whatever it is, man, Sugar Slim got you, man. Tap into Sugar Slim Beats on Instagram. Again, that's Instagram /Sugar Slim Beats. You know what I'm saying? Get him my boy, let him know that I sent you. You seen him right here on the PM Lifestyle Podcast, man, and it's be beneficial to you, man. So with that being said, everything is paid. We finally did that. My boy Jay, I want to thank you for coming, man. Appreciate you, man. And y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, man. I thank everybody that was following us, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Everybody.
Tune in. Like
Tune in.
later.
Yeah.